Have you ever been accused of economic abuse or financial abuse by a spouse or partner? Maybe they didn't use either of those terms, but they did complain about you controlling the money in your relationship. Economic abuse or being controlling with money can seriously damage how your partner feels about themselves and your relationship. Hi, I'm Michael Clark with the Ananias Foundation, and in this video, we're going to talk about economic abuse, what it is, what it's not, why we might do it, and most importantly, how to make sure we don't harm our partners through it. If you want to stop causing harm in your relationships, you're on the right path. This is Journey of Change, a video series to help you become the safe, loving partner you were meant to be. Economic abuse is when one person deprives their partner of financial or other essential resources. Sometimes people restrict their partner's access to money to make their partner dependent on them financially, so they prevent them from leaving the relationship. Sometimes economic abuse happens simply as an outcome of one person feeling an excessive need to control the financial resources. Either way, it's damaging to the partner affected and terribly harmful to their relationship. So we're clear about what economic abuse is. Let's look at what it could involve. Economic abuse is putting your partner on a strict allowance, or requiring your partner to justify the money they spend, or limiting your partner's access to cash, bank accounts, or debit or credit cards. It could be forcing your partner to ask, maybe even beg for money, or preventing your partner from finishing their education, or stopping your partner from getting or keeping a job, or getting a better one. Financial abuse is threatening to evict your partner and or their children from the house without financial support, making your partner poor by creating debt or intentionally blowing joint resources, or threatening to end the relationship unless your partner buys you something. Certainly, using your partner's property or taking their money without their consent is financial abuse. By the way, this last one is illegal and could result in criminal charges against you. It's important and helpful to talk about how harm is done when we control the money in our relationship. When adults lose their ability to make their own decisions and pursue their own interests, they also lose their sense of autonomy and well-being. This destroys a person's sense of self and builds anger and resentment toward the person controlling the money. If our partner can't leave for financial reasons, well, that's the worst possible way to keep a relationship. We all want to be needed, but this kills intimacy, the good feelings people have for each other, which is the thing we really want. There's no good ending to this strategy. Either your partner stays and hates you, or they eventually leave because you drove them away. Sometimes I hear people passing economic abuse off as a money issue. To be sure, money is one of the most frequent issues that couples argue about. Economic abuse differs from common disagreements about money, however. Let's look at the differences. First, expecting your partner to stick to a budget is probably not economic abuse. It could just be wise money management, especially if your partner struggles to limit their spending or pay bills on time, and it's creating stress for everyone involved. Limiting spending or designating a person to handle the finances is okay if both parties agree to the arrangement. However, unreasonably withholding money and saying that you're just trying to be smart with the money would be economic abuse. One way to test this is to ask if both you and your partner are sacrificing equally. Vastly uneven resources, especially if the person getting the most is also the person deciding the allocation, is an indication of excessive financial control. Here's another question I often hear regarding this issue. Someone will say, well, I make the money in our household. Why shouldn't I decide how to spend it? At first glance, this seems fair, but it ignores the concept of a partnership where each person brings something unique for the mutual benefit of both. Being the breadwinner does not give us any more or less authority over spending. The first priority must be to provide for the basic needs of everyone in the family. This is not negotiable. Then, deciding how discretionary money is spent should be a joint, equal decision in healthy relationships, regardless of who earned it. So, how should we think about money in a relationship? In a healthy partnership, both individuals should have access to the resources they need. And you and your partner should have an equal say with regard to how those resources are spent. In a healthy relationship, each of you might contribute something different, but both parties freely give their best. To use the old cliche, maybe you bring home the bacon, but your partner fries it up in a pan, provides love and affection, or 100 other non-financial benefits. You and your partner's contributions are different, yet equal. If you recognize that you've been excessively controlling with money, ask yourself what deeper motivation might be behind your actions. Oftentimes, people worry about not having enough money or failing as a provider. In their fear, they attempt to control what their partner has or spends, thinking it will ease their anxiety. The real solution is to address those fearful thoughts, which are often untrue or exaggerated, rather than controlling our partner and how they spend money. Getting to the root of our anxiety provides a better solution. It not only helps us avoid causing harm through economic abuse, but it sets us up to succeed in our relationships. I'm Michael Clark with the Ananias Foundation, and I hope you found this discussion about how to make sure we're not controlling or abusive with money to be helpful. Take care, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks for joining me today. I'm honored to be on this journey of change with you, and I hope I've helped you in some way. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. We'd love to hear from you. Also, be sure to hit the like button, share this with others who might find it helpful, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our future videos. For more resources, head to our website, ananiasfoundation.org. Until next time, take care and remember, change is possible.